had caught a Ralts, which we named Ophelia, and Herb is still his adorable little mudkip self. So, let's see, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I want to train Ralts up a bit before we move on, just because I'd like a backup Pokemon. So yeah, just jump cut, I guess, to when I finish up with that. Okay, everyone, and welcome back. So yeah, I didn't really level Ophelia up that much, just because it's really monotonous to train like a Ralts in the beginning of the game, especially considering that I have to use the switch out method. Though, for the record, I got her up 2 levels, and she now knows Confusion, so I feel like I'm going to grind a bit more later, just when I'm more in the mood to grind. Or, not in the mood to grind, I don't think I'm ever in the mood to grind. Oh, and here is Scott. So, this guy is... I don't know. He takes the place... in Ruby and Sapphire, the champion of the league, Steven, who, again, different rant for a different time, the champion of the game, Steven, in Ruby and Sapphire, sort of follows you throughout your journey, and at, like, key points, he'll, like, talk to you and such. This, by the way, she isn't a trainer. I know it looks like she is, but she's not. So, yeah. Steven, he follows you throughout your journey. He'll talk to you at key points and stuff. He still does that in Emerald, but he's not the champion anymore, and they cut out a lot of it. So, again, separate rant for a different time. But anyway, so Scott takes his place in the sort of category of meeting up with you at random points. I don't think it was very well integrated, but whatever. So anyway, now I'm just going to battle this guy. I actually tried to tag him as he went by, and let's try again. No, well, okay, I'm just going to get in his way. I tried to press the button at the right time as he was walking by, but it didn't work. Okay. And battle. And back. So Herb leveled up, as you can see, and he's trying to learn Bide. I'm just not a fan of Bide. I don't like to give up, like, 3 turns in a row because, like, even as powerful as it is, it depends on how powerful my enemy will be. And so the only way that I can do a really powerful attack is that if my opponent does 2 really powerful attacks. And so by that logic, wouldn't I want to not give up 3 of my turns? I just, Yet the way Bide works is that you use Bide, and for 2 turns in a row, you store power. And then as your enemy will attack you while you're using Bide. And then on the 3rd turn, you'll use Bide, you'll attack. And the power of that attack will be double the power of what your enemy did. I'm not going to use Bide, though. I don't like Bide. I'm just suspicious of it. I don't like it. So, yeah. He got sand in his runners. When I was younger, I thought that he meant his shorts, not shoes. Alright, so these 2 are 2 guys right here. I don't quite recall. They aren't in Ruby and Sapphire, or at least this one isn't. The bug catcher isn't. So I'm just going to do a quick check-see here to see, like, what they're all about. Okay, so yes, that wasn't a battle. I'm just going to play it again so you can read it. So this is a bit of foreshadowing, and if you play the game and talk to all of the NPCs, they'll say things like that a lot, particularly, like, I wonder what it's like overseas. I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean later in the episode, hopefully, but, like, basically, the ocean plays a big role in this game. And this one is a trainer. Oh my god, it's a Magikarp! Oh god, how can I do this? How can I take this out? How can I fight this Magikarp? How can I do it, guys? How can I do it? I need your help! Except I don't, because it's a Magikarp. Yeah. I've always actually kind of liked Magikarp. It's just made me smile. Magikarp, actually, was Magikarp and Gyarados, the evolutionary line, was inspired by a Chinese legend, I think it was Chinese, that, like, carp, or salmon, probably carp, going by the name, would, try to climb up a waterfall, and if they managed to get, like, up the waterfall, then they would turn into dragons. And that's the legend, and that's, like, how it's based off of and such. It's a pretty interesting story. You know, Magikarp, now that I think of it, it would be really unfortunate if you were just, like, you know, training your Pokemon and you found a Magikarp, and that Magikarp was shiny. Just because think about that for a moment. A shiny Magikarp. You couldn't ever use it in your team because it can't learn, like, TMs and such, so it can't learn any moves other than Splash, Tackle, and Flail. So it can't be part of your team. And then there's the fact that if you were to evolve it into a Gyarados, then you would have a shiny Gyarados. And everybody has a shiny Gyarados. So it would just be really, really, like, unlucky because the one shiny Pokemon you find was the one that everybody has. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this in the previous episode. So, yeah. Berries, basically. Pecha berries cure poisoning. Oran berries heal 10 HP. I'm actually going to give an Oran berry to each of my Pokemon just in case. You never know. But yeah. I added an annotation in the last video, but I'm not sure if you got that or whatever. But the, I was wrong in the previous video. Berries do appear in Gen 2, but they don't have, like, names. Like, in Gen 3, they have names like Pecha, or Oran, or Leppa. In, Gen 2, it's just, like, Burnberry, or Poisonberry. So, yeah. So, this person right here, this is something interesting. She is called Lady Cindy, and she's in this, like, where she's standing, in Ruby and Sapphire, is where a rich boy stands. So they replaced, like, the trainer. But here's the thing. I'm going to fast forward up a bit, one moment. Or better yet, jump cut. Okay, and we're back. So, yeah, I beat her. Lady Cindy is right there. And there used to be a rich boy who stood right there. Alright, so now we have to go through the woods. But just, like, remember. Lady Cindy, right here. Alright, so now Petalburg Woods. By the way, you may have noticed... Oh, wait, trainer, one moment. Oh, God! No, not him, not him, not him! So many Wurmple. I've got some bad memories of this trainer right here. Yeah, he's that one trainer at the beginning who has, like, 6 useless Pokemon. Oh, God. Alright. So, yeah, we're in Petalburg Woods. I don't know, you've probably noticed by now, but Okay, guys, here's a Shroomish. So, yeah. Earlier I said that I was thinking about catching one, and ultimately I have decided that I am going to no, wait, no, sorry, I missaid that. No, yeah, I am. I'm gonna catch it, and I'm gonna catch it. Hopefully this won't be a one-hit knockout. Okay, it wasn't. Oh, you jerk, used Absorb. Alright, Absorb. Absorb basically... Oh, but luckily I gave Herp that Oran berry. So, yeah. So, yeah, Absorb, you basically probably know how it works. But, Absorb does damage. It does very low damage, but, like, it has 20 power, which isn't a lot, but... So it does, like, damage. It hurts the Pokemon. And then half of the health that the Pokemon that you used Absorb on... half the health that it lost, you gain. So, yeah, it's pretty useful if you can get it. Yes! If you can get it right. Which, considering that Herp is water ground, and Shroomish has Stab for Absorb, it just did 4.5 times damage. But yeah, okay, so Shroomish! And it's a female, alright. So yes, the mushroom Pokemon from the Mushroom Kingdom. So here is our new Shroomish. So yeah, I decided to name her Princess Peach because she is the mushroom Pokemon. I'm already starting to question that judgment, mostly because her initials are PP, but you know what? Whatever. So yeah, Princess Peach. Peach for short. No, I'm gonna call her Princess for short. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what works. So she is serious. All right. Her ability is Effect Spore, as you can see. Type is Grass. You know, pretty solid Pokemon. Yeah. I haven't done a whole lot of research on Shroomish, I'll admit. But I know that it evolves into Breloom, which, as I mentioned, turns into Grass Fighting. Pretty good combination, but it lacks a bit in the fact that Grass is a special type, and Fighting is physical, so it can't really focus on either attack or special attack stats. But, I think that it should work out pretty well if we play our cards right. Yeah, so pretty good Pokemon. We'll see how things go with Peach. I mean, it's good to have a grass Pokemon, so Alright, so moving on. Oh, and by the way, here's this guy right here. I just realized I had, I've never done this before, but he asks if you have seen any Shroomish around, and this is my first time ever raising a Shroomish. So, or catching one, so I don't know, it's just kind of, it's just, I find it kind of ironic that after all my playthroughs of this game, this is the first time I've ever actually had a Shroomish when he asks. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't do anything differently, but just something interesting. So yes, Team Aqua has just been introduced. I love how I decided to tell my story about how I've never caught a Shroomish before over the fact that they're now introducing the Team Aqua. Alright, so level 9 Poochyena. He's probably the most powerful opponent we've had so far, and he still doesn't stand a chance against me. That's just how much I love Mudkip. I just love Mudkip that much. Alright, and I'm gonna fish it up with the Mud Slap. Slap to the face. Alright, and simple. Oh, I just realized it's kind of unfortunate, but Team Aqua, or Team Aqua and Magma, the Grunts, their main Pokemon, one of the main Pokemon that they use is Poochyena, which is Dark type, so Ophelia won't be very good for that. Oh well. She'll still be a pretty awesome Pokemon, so. And he gives you a Great Ball for saving him. I'm just realizing, so this guy, this fully grown man was attacked, and so he hides behind a 10-year-old boy. I'm beginning to think that I shouldn't have saved him, if you'd use a child like that. So in this invisible square is another Pokeball, which is good. And here's a trainer right here, and okay, so welcome. So he is using a Nincada, which I haven't shown you yet. Nincada is a pretty standard bug type. Nothing really special about it, I don't think. But its evolved form, Ninjask, is probably one of the only bug types which I would actually seriously consider racing. One of them. And also, if you evolve a Nincada, and you have an empty space in your party at the time, then you'll get a special Pokemon. Like, your party will suddenly have another Pokemon in it, and that new Pokemon is called Shedinja. And Shedinja is probably one of my favorite Pokemon just because of the novelty of it. Basically, well, first off, I actually stumbled upon how to get it completely by accident. Like, I didn't read it online or anything, which is kind of interesting. But, it has 1 health. Like, it always has just 1 HP. Doesn't matter how high the level it is, its stats will go up, but its HP will never go up. So, but the thing is, it has an ability called Wonder Guard. And Wonder Guard, I just got an ether, by the way. Wonder Guard will... Oh my god, herp is evolving, 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 herp is evolving. No, he's not. Bitch, you want to come up here and try to evolve my Mudkip, you have got another thing coming. Please don't hate me. Anyway, alright, wait, I'll finish up on that description of, you know, Shedinja in a moment. I like Mudkip, and I'm not, I'm not ready to see him evolve into a Marsh Stomp yet. I promise I will by the end of the episode. Please don't hate me. Alright, anyway, so the special thing about, Shedinja is that it has the ability called Wonder Guard. And Wonder Guard will prevent it from ever taking any damage from any attack unless that attack is super effective against it. Which is pretty awesome if you can plan properly. Alright, now through here is the flower shop. This is the owner of the flower shop. This is the flower shop's sister who will give you, berries? Yeah. She gives you 2 berries, I think. A Chesto berry that heals paralysis, if memory serves. I think. I'll check in a moment. And also she alludes to the, fact that you can create Pokeblocks in this game. I am not going to guess as to whether or not Pokeblocks is... Oh no, Chesto berries awaken the Pokemon. Cherry berries are what heals paralysis. She alludes to the fact that you can create Pokeblocks. They may have that in Gen 2. After my mess up earlier with berries and such from the last episode, I'm kind of scared to make a definitive answer to that. Okay, now this is the other sister, and she gives you a Whalmer pail, which you can use to water the berries. And she also says that if you go long enough without like harvesting the berries, then they'll the berries will drop off the stem and just go through the cycle again. And so this is the owner of the shop, as I mentioned, and she will sell you flowers, and you can use the flowers to plant berries and bring more flowers to the world. She'll sell you flowers, which you can use to decorate your base. So yeah, you can, like, make bases in this game. I usually don't, just because I don't really see the reason to, but, I mean, you know, if you want me to, I will. Okay, so yeah, I got a potion right here. Sorry about a bit of a mistake on the jump cut there, but yeah, okay. So I got a potion. Wilds. And there's an invisible Pokeball. Is there anything else in here? Let's just check. Oh yeah, and there's also a Super Potion. Super Potions aren't incredibly useful in this game. I mean, they're still good to have. On you, but there's something much better to use to heal your Pokemon. Whoops, accidentally went turbo there. But yeah, okay, remember how earlier I showed you Lady Cindy? Remember her? Lady Cindy from earlier in the episode? Lady Cindy? Yeah, so this guy right here is, he's standing where in Ruby and Sapphire, Lady Cindy, the NPC, used to stand where he is standing right now. And who is this guy? He is, I'm just gonna wait a moment for his name to pop up, because I can't remember. I think it's Rich. Oh no, Rich Boy Winston. In Ruby and Sapphire, Rich Boy Winston was standing where Lady Cindy is in Emerald. So they just switched around the locations of those two NPCs for no real reason. I don't know, it just makes me wonder why they would do that. But yeah, just something interesting to think about. And he uses a full restore. This early in the game, he already has a full restore, which pretty much reflects on how the rest of the game goes. Yeah, you get a lot of money in this game. I'm not even going to try to hide that fact. I think you get more money in Gen 3 than you do in any other series. Oh, I walked right into that one. I was actually trying to avoid fights until I got to Rustboro so that I could heal Herb. Okay, and who are you? You are... Oh shoot, okay. Okay, just interesting thing going on. I'm gonna use that super potion just because I don't like this. Okay, no, I'm just gonna use the potion. I don't think I need the super potion just yet. I don't like this at all. Alright, you know what, I can handle it. Yeah, okay, I can handle this. No, I don't need to be worried. Just got a bit worried there for a moment, as you could tell. Alright, and yeah. Alright. Just gonna go turbo and... Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. Snap, crackle, and pop, okay. Yep. Alright, I survived that. I had skin at my teeth. Alright. Okay. That was scary. Alright, and yeah, there aren't any other What? Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. I think I'm gonna cry. Okay, no, I can handle this. I can handle this. Alright. Okay, so here's the plan. On Herp's turn, I'm going to use Tackle on C-Dot, and then on Ophelia's turn, I'm going to use that super potion. I'm going to heal Herp. Ophelia still has the Oranberry, so she should be okay, I hope. Oh darn, oh darn. Okay, yeah, they targeted Herp. Herp can take a hit. Herp can take a hit now. Alright. Yeah, nothing to be worried about. Alright, now, Herp is going to use Tackle on Lotad, while Ophelia... I'm going to have Ophelia use Confusion and finish off that C-Dot. And, yeah, okay. Lotad's down. And Ophelia gets a level up. And she uses Confusion. And there we go. See, I had nothing to be worried about there. Nothing to be worried about at all. The reason why I hadn't expected them to trigger a fight is that, before I started this Let's Play, I did Ruby and Sapphire. I played my copy of Ruby over just to get my bearings. And, in that game, double battles like that, trainers standing next to each other like that, you don't get into a fight unless you talk to them. You have to talk to them to start the double battle. So that just surprised me when they just triggered it automatically. So yeah, Ophelia, by the way, just something that I mentioned in the last episode. Ophelia's feet. So in the last episode I mentioned that Ophelia's footprint is just a dot, even though it had, and I believe my exact wording was, those things trailing behind it. So I've never seen this until the Bulbapedia entry, like, actually stated it. The way I've always pictured it is that Routes looks like a sort of, like, a little boy, sort of. Maybe, like, with his pants, I guess, too long or something, and, like, a tomboy haircut. Whereas Curlia and Gardevoir just look like women, and that's why I think that it's weird to have a male Routes. But, I mean, now that the Bulbapedia entry has mentioned it, I can kind of see it. Routes is supposed to look like sort of a shy, tomboyish girl, and it's supposed to look like a dress trailing behind it, I guess. I can sort of see that. I don't know. I still prefer my point of view that it's just like a little boy. So through here, a Lepa Berry. 2 Lepa Berries. That's actually pretty useful, because Lepa Berries, for those of you who don't know, restore the PP of a Pokemon. And since you can't get Ether, you can't just, like, buy an Ether in a store in this game. That's, like, that was my biggest challenge when I was doing my Nuzlocke. When I was playing, yes, this playthrough of Ruby, which I keep alluding to, that I did before doing this Let's Play, the battery had died in the cartridge. So I couldn't, I'm just gonna plant a Chesto berry. So I couldn't grow more berries. So I was very limited to restoring the PP of my Pokemon's attacks. The PP of their attacks. I really have to find a new way to say that word. Alright, I'm just going to water the berries really quickly. I'm going to do it in turbo mode because it's kind of monotonous. Yeah, turbo mode. The thing about turbo mode is that it's kind of hard to control if you're trying to do something specific, but yeah. Okay, so now we go to Rustboro City. So, Rustboro City, it's the third biggest town in the game. The only two which are bigger than it are Slateport and Lily Cove cities. The unique thing about Rustboro City is that it has, like, rock or cement or whatever mixed in, or that the palette color is very, like, rock-based or earthy-based. So it has a sort of older feeling to it. And, also, so in here, you can trade a routes in order to get a C-Dot. Personally, I think that's kind of a bad trade, just because you're giving up a routes for a C-Dot. But alright. I mean, you know, if that's your deal, whatever. Right here is the Rock Gym, and trained by Roxanne. Roxanne Rock. Not all the gym leaders have puns that go along with their name, I swear. And I think it's right here. Yeah, right here is the Pokemon School. And the, in the anime, Roxanne runs the school. In the game, though, she doesn't. Oh, by the way, right here is Scott. Yeah, he basically introduces himself here. It's completely possible to miss him, though, just because I usually wind up skipping the school because I know how to play Pokemon. Anyway, yeah, by the way, the reason why I'm not explaining every little thing, like about types and whatever, is because I expect that you know the gist of Pokemon. I expect that you already know, for the most part, like, types and such. I might explain some of the ones that I'm using, but yeah. You know, I'll explain the more detailed bits, but just, hopefully you know most of this, what I'm talking about. So the teacher just gave me the Quick Claw, and he said right before he gave it to me that, I wasn't really reading it, but I know that his wording was something along the lines of the fact that if he caught any students not paying attention, they would get a taste of his Quick Claw. So that's an abusive teacher, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I think Roxanne was a better principal. Anyway, also through here, is the Cutter's house. Now, the story behind the Cutter is that basically when they were clearing out this town, he was the one who helped cut down all the trees. Oh shoot, son of a banana. Alright, it happened again. Okay, we're almost out of time. So, I hope you enjoyed. This has been the Court Jester. See you next time.